I've seen people circulating a fake apology video that was cut from a video I'd made days ago, claiming that that's my apology for Bomas. I need to make this very clear. I am not sorry that I was at Bomas. I do not in any way regret speaking at Bomas, and I do not owe anyone an apology. A lot of the people that have talked to me and asked me, they've told me that they're wondering why I did not speak about Morara's attack. One, anybody who has a functional noggin knows that the attack on Morara was absolutely wrong. But who planned that attack? It's you. I know you want to blame it on some goons, but it is you. You are the biggest enabler of the people who meted out violence on Morara. Yes, you're the young person. You should be ashamed of yourself. If you're a young person, you are the one who sponsored that violence. If you're an old person, you're the one who sponsored that violence. Then you come and call me a traitor or a sellout. Where were you? You all were typing and you all lied to each other and shared posters and said that you were going to go for public participation. Where were you? And don't lie that you are locked outside, because even the people who are locked outside were not saying the things that you wanted to say. You're saying that you wanted to crucify me for not saying Ruto must go. Show me videos of people who are saying Ruto must go at Bomas. You were supposed to come there for that public participation. You were the one who was supposed to do that, but you didn't show up. You want to be an armchair revolutionary. You want to be a revolutionary from your couch or from your bed, so that you outsource confidence. And I say this again, this is where I will call out Morara and his team. For example, one of the biggest lessons I learned is there are no organic crowds in politics. Wakenya mtaki kusikia hii. You think that you have organic crowds. Because I watched the videos, I was not at Bomas when Morara was attacked. If I'd seen that attack, I would have condemned it very vehemently. However, because I've been watching videos, how do you walk into a place in a crowd that we've not mobilized? And this is why I also say it's the Kenyans who sponsored violence against young people. The Kenyans hate us. The Kenyans hate the frontliners. They hate you. But I was watching that video. You walked into a theater full of people, and I'll just address this, and this has to be very clear. I do not condone the attacks. I do not condone any violence meted upon you. This is a castigation to the Kenyans, but it's also a cautionary word. It is one of the biggest political lessons I've learned, because I've paid for it dearly, and now I think we need to address it. You walked into the crowd, and you had not made prior preparation for the crowd. You did not know who had mobilized it, and you, just like me, believe that Kenyans of goodwill are the ones who had gone there. I'm addressing this directly to Morara, because his team was one of the first people to say that I am a sellout. And if I hear it from the team, unless you denounce what the team said, effectively you're saying that you also endorse the message that I am a sellout. But you walk into a crowd. One, you want to walk in there conspicuously with a program going on. You did not figure out what was going on the ground, and then I hear that you started chanting things that were contrary to what happened in the ground. Then I am the one who's being castigated on the internet, being called a sellout. I also went into Bomas. People said I got in there with a GK vehicle. Weka evidence kwa kalatas. I want people to show, because I was wearing a tuxedo. And two, as much as you might want to deny it, I am a very difficult man to miss in a public function. Show me the videos of me getting in. Yes, I snuck in there. I asked myself, because I was alone, I did not have a security team or a security detail. Nikaingia, I talked to the same police who locked the doors, who are trying to nini. But if you talk to them, anyone who's being honest knows that day the police were not being violent. Anyone who, if you talk to them properly, they would have guided you. They guided me and they told me, wewe kulingana na vile umeongea, pitia huu mlango mwingine, and they escorted me. And mark you, I also almost experienced some violence from some people, and I ran into a room, but I'll cut that long story. Nilisikiza ground, nikauliza tunasema nini, and I asked so many people. There's a lady who pointed me, akasema ndio ule janzi mwingine hapo wanataka kutu nini, wasikuwa amekuja kuongea. Then nikatoroka, wasikuwa wamekuja kutubia mkutano kusema vitu zenye hatuja kuja kuongelea hapa leo. Then I listened and asked what's happening on the ground. Kasema is Gachagua going? They said yes. Is Ruto going? And they said usilete mambo ya Ruto hapa. You as a Kenyan who's watching this, and you want to start typing all those silly ideas that are in your mind. Oh, straight as hell out. Where were you? Where were you when you were setting us up? You promised that you would come, and you said that you're rallying behind us, and you've always tweeted and put the hashtag Kufa Dereva Kufa Makanga. Where were you? You're such a joker. You are such an irresponsible Kenyan if you're watching this, because you are the change. We are supposed to be the change, but you're delaying the change because you think your work is more important than the work for this country. You've delegated it. So mimi, I'm a child of a lesser mother. Mimi kwangu nalipanga hospital bills ama nalipanga commodity bills na Viva Comrades Viva, sindio? Don't be silly. Anyways, Bomas happens the way it happens. I speak truth to power, and then you come and castigate me and talk about the platforming, which you're not doing either way. And again, like I said, if this is another video that you're watching about Bomas and you had forgotten, if that other one had not answered you, shukia hapa sasa hivi. I'm willing to take this journey with 100 followers online, but 100 followers who can actually reason and take balanced opinions. So you did not come to Bomas. You, as the Kenyans, you sponsored the attacks on Morara. Yes, you are the ones who ensured that public participation was a sham. You are the one who enabled all the bad behavior you've seen at Bomas. How, you ask? Because you did not come. Because you're not a man of your word, you're not a woman of your word, and all you thrive in doing is bringing people down and insulting people. That's your contribution. Yes, you sponsored it. Then you're saying, oh, I've sold out, I was sitting. Show me videos of me at the podium when the attack was happening. Yes, because you have these wild ideas in your head. Show me the videos. Wake evidence. Because for me, all you people usually do is you say claims, but you cannot produce evidence. It's just photos, it's been seen with who. Mkijua watu nimeonekana nao. Watu nimepigwa picha nao kwa nchi. Anyways, long and short of the story, I am not sorry for Bomas. Shame on you for making Bomas a failure if you feel it was a failure. But guess what? You see those people who are at the Bomas, they're the people who usually show up for maandamano, they're the people who usually show whatever opinion you have, and they are equally Kenyans. You are not more Kenyan than those people. Kitis kudanganye. We want to despise these people and say that they had been paid 500, they'd been paid 1,000, paid 200 shillings. These are the people for action. If we can manage to convince these people and win them over ideologically, that's how we make progress. You are a failure to the Kenyan people. Jiangalie kwa mirror. Mtu mwenye unawatch video on your phone, you're a failure. And be damned for thinking you're any better than the people who are at Bomas. Kama ulikuwa Bomas, big up. Thank you so much for supporting the motion of the impeachment. It's going on quite well. But kama pia ulikuwa Bomas, I would want us to think about politics differently. There's a way we can do it. There's a way we can do it peacefully. There's a way we can do it sustainably. And I believe that kama ulijitolea, ama hata kama ulimobiliziwa, it shows that your material conditions cannot allow you to stay at home. Regardless, I'm not judging you for receiving money from an MP or whatever, because kama najiita mtu anaweza mobilize, I should have out-mobilized those MPs. I should have found the thing that would have been more convincing than money, but I didn't. Mkenya pia asijaribu kukudharau. All of us are Kenyans, na tutapeleka tu kitu pole pole. Again, we cannot be the country that tolerates, that promotes intolerance. If it is a safe democracy, we kama unataka Gachagua abaki ama unataka Ruto abaki, you are as much a Kenyan as the people as we who want the entire presidency to go. So in protection of our democratic space, in finding that middle ground, in treating each other as humans, that's where we'll find the change. That's where it's going to happen. And I know it's going to happen. Yet again, I'm not sorry for Bomas. Bomas was my first day in politics. It's a day I learned very key lessons. There are no organic crowds in politics most of the times. Do not grow to a crowd that you've not mobilized. If you do, study it first. 3, any crowd that you see in Kenya is probably made of Kenyans. There's a way that if we truly listen to what the people say, without trying to advance our agenda, without trying to look like heroes, it's very easy for us to convince these people. And 4, we win people over by speaking with them, not talking to them or talking at them. And I hope that this uncomfortable video, I know there are parts which are rather uncomfortable for you to hear, but these are the kinds of discussions. This is where now I'm starting from. This is where we are building it from here. Now we'll start it as a rough course discussion, and then as we go, we refine it as we go. But I'm not sorry for Bomas. You hate poor people. Yes, you do. I know now you're becoming defensive and you want to tell me in your head, oh, so I come from a poor background. Even you as a poor person, you hate poor people. You hate yourself so badly that you cannot imagine that you are capable of being used for transforming this country. So you've relegated yourself. The Kenyans hate the poor people hate themselves, and they cannot imagine anything better. And I say this because we are not willing to entrust the change onto simple methods. The people you think are going to drive the change are the people who are leaner versions of the thieves that you're trying to remove from office. If you want to be a successful politician, you cannot be walking. You cannot be guys like us who walk around, who want to do small things. You want them to be done in a big way. You want to see opulence. The opulence that you're fighting is the same opulence you're doing. And because you're a coward, wewe kama Mkenya, kazi yako ni kusikiza udaku kutoka bigwig ati bigwig alisema so a bigwig can never lie. Of course, because you're a fool. Yes, you refuse to educate yourself. You refuse to get rid of class consciousness, those kinds of things. And then now you want to project that. Relax before you bring me those feelings. Even me, I'm projecting. So all of us are projecting. Unakach bure. But you hate it. And the person you're most likely to elect is the person that closest resembles the thief you're trying to remove from office. Yes, I say this because...
Yes. Thank you very much. Out of all these things, mimi nakasirikaga sana because I used to be a teacher. And I'm thinking like, I'm dealing with kids. I'm listening like kids. You're fighting between yourself and you. It's like as if you're waiting for somebody to come and tell you, no, stop fighting, stop doing this. All of you are adults. The minute you go umegonga 18 years and 1 minute and 1 second, you are an adult. No wonder the deputy used to call us my children. My children. Yani ask yourself, wewe uko na miaka 18.5 and you're bringing all this bullshit here. We are fighting things which are heavy. Health is dying. Adani is taking over. Parliament is a big state. Businesses are failing. Agriculture is going down. You will be one day unable to feed yourself. Because of what? Because of those big state, the people who are in that parliament, deciding everything for you. And yet it is you who is supposed to decide for yourself so that themselves, they can go and validate what you are supposed to say, what you want. And here you are, fighting like babies because of kuna kamutu hapa kamefanya. Be correct, be direct. Kama kuna mall, sema nani ndio mall, voilà c'est tout. Wachani stories za kukimbizana na kugongeana na we are already tired. People are tired. This thing is only handling inashikililiwa na just one small thread. Because if you look, it's only our force. The more we are garnered around a small a problem, that's the only way we do not have guns. We do not have the energy to waste right now. Umepatiwa kisarakasi ya impeachment. It has already drained us. The same day discussed in the courts. Can't you find yourself a little bit of a heart ya kusema no? Okay, you want to be the best, the party leader. Okay, good. People have given you the mandate. Do whatever you want. God damn it. But if you come with your pettiness here, your baby shit wisdom, hamuna experience, how are people outside who are mwenye nauza sukuma wiki na unga na nini na mahindi atakubelieve aje akiona mna behave like this? For heaven, put yourselves together. Biti, you have said you know the structure. Why don't you do the structure? Give it to them. Wacha wakatai. Give it to them. There's no need that I know the structure and then I do not. Give it to them. Wapatie your structure. Wacha wakatai ndio tujue sasa what we are dealing with. Hizi zingine wachaneni nazo. KOT, you have the energy. You want the place. You want to be the member of parliament of the area. So what do you do? Kama hii party imekukataa, enda kwa ingine. Okay, Mtata has a very beautiful party waiting for you there. And he will teach you. He'll give you the experience. He will show you the way. And you will come out even better. Wachana na hizi sarakasi na vitengo. You need experience, and you're not going to get experience through Morara because you're almost the same age. Go to somebody who's going to give you more energy, more experience, more thoughtness. But that's all my take. Mumenimaliza, I am out.
Can I say something, Wanyama? Okay. So I'm Kenya. So I think the issue is quite clarified, and I'm trying to ensure that your pussy yuko TikTok iishe. Hizo message inatumiwa was delete mapema because the issue has been clarified. Morara said I'm not the mole, despite the fact that I worked with Didmas for some times. But who has never worked with any politician in this country? Hata watu tunasema ni wazuri, si hata at some point wa inodiem wakatoka. But honestly mimi according to like from where I stand, I'll continue with my civic education journey because we started all along huko kuanzia June up to now. In fact tulianzia hata ni before June huko nyuma tukisemanga the one term president. Kuna hiyo hashtag we used to run here, and so we are not going to stop that. So me personally I feel like your discussion ya mall, let us end it there. And if Wanyama you feel like we can continue with this space, wacha tuongele main issues. We have a lot of burning issues, guys. We have the Adani issue, we have the Shifu, we have the
unapotea kidogo KOT not kupotea in terms of sauti. No, we shall make the statement. The only point tu leo tunataka tu ni kuguide nini all these people will request mic na watu 100. Don't just think that they are here to discuss mambo ya mall. Kinaano wako hapo wameongelea nini, so nini, don't belabor that point. Wacha watu wapande waongee what they want to speak. Mambo ya nini hiyo si wewe unalima or anything, unapotea kidogo, but it's okay. Wacha let me give I like gender equality, so let me give a Dolly mic. Papa, I know you've been waiting, but let me give a Dolly mic. She has been waiting for a very long time as well. So Adoli, are you there? Adoli, Nyadhiwa. Okay, Adoli might have disappeared. Okay, Papa, then we love to hear from Ayo. Ayo bana, Pole, I swear. I know you are supposed to be next, but Pole, I swear.
Thank you, guys. First of all, you'd allow me to say something in regards to the moral issue. I believe that KOT is only a victim of the online lynching because, as he put it very correctly, Morara mentioned it, it went quiet, but then it is Aoko who brought it back with her screenshot. Then people picked it up and they began the lynching. That was very unfortunate. Now, in that regard, I want to say that we Kenyans, we are too quick to make judgment. We don't take time to reason even in what we read, in what we hear. We know Aoko has a big influence. We know he has some good intel. But sometimes, whatever he posts can work for us or still can work against us. We only need to be careful with whatever we read from her. Sometimes she can spoil everything. Now, yesterday, I think it was yesterday, she had a post in which she tagged Bitok, her conversation with Bitok, in regard to what was to happen in the course of the day. The arrest or the abduction of Morara to cause our disruption with whatever was happening in Parliament and in the courts. Now, I also feel that this man or whoever is giving her information can also be using her because they understand her influence. They can also be misleading her to disrupt us. So let us just be careful. Now, until this moment, I believe from my observation that we still don't know whether we should have a party or we continue as a leaderless, as an agendaless movement, as a formless movement. The hosts of these places, Wanyama, KOT, Pipita, please, can you just help us to gather ideas and see the way forward? You know, coming into these places, then dismissing whatever everyone is doing, trying to show that we have the best of the ideas, but in real sense, we are doing nothing on the ground. It is very, very, very mediocre. I don't agree with that. If you have idea, please, those guys, for example, of Morara, what he is doing, he's trying to come up with a structure. Please, if you have the ideas, like Hannah has said, can you just approach the team? Can you approach KOT? Can you approach anyone in that team? Can you present your ideas to see what best it can do for the movement or for the party? And it has always been, and as it has been put, we have so many clusters, but the destination is one, only that the roads are different. Can we play our role? Mimi kama activist kwa online, I do my role. Those who have the ability to be on the ground, like KOT, alijitolea kwenda kwa ground, kuwa na wengine kwa ground, let us also support them. But we end up fighting everyone just because we think whatever they are doing is not right. That's not good for us. Sometimes I feel that we still don't know what we want to achieve, and even if we know, maybe we don't know how to achieve it. We don't need to go the party way, no, but we can have that as one way. We can have activism on one way. There are people who raise matters in courts. They are also doing their role. Do we really appreciate them? Sisi tunataka tu kuja pale, we say what we think we know, we say what we think is good, then tunapotea. Please, to me, that's a wrong move. Let us appreciate what everyone else is doing, as we also put in our effort. For the group, for the movement, it will achieve us a lot. So Wanyama, please help us to organize ourselves. The host of these spaces, please, Mimi, I believe you are the guys to lead us. You are the guys to organize us. Don't just let us come here, shout, itafika saa 8, tunasambaratika. Tena kesho, we begin another space. We are moving nowhere, we are going nowhere. Please help us. Coordinate, organize us. We are banking on you guys. KOT, I'm sorry for what is happening. And please allow me to say this as I finish. Please, people, those who are dismissing the lynching of KOT, I think you are wrong. Matters of security, very paramount. We can't watch one of vile amesema, kesho atavamiwa streets, kwamba he's a mole in our movement. What will he do? Tutakuja hapa tena tunaanza kupiga kelele kwamba nani wameingilia KOT. That's very wrong. He needs our protection. Everyone else in the movement needs our protection. I've known KOT, mimi nimemjua tangu posts zote zimekuwa online. I've known them through KOT. He has been on the forefront until the time ameamua kwenda ground. I salute you for that, bro. Thank you very much. Continue doing what you're doing. Sorry for what is happening, but please gain courage. Be strong. We are behind you. The rest of the listeners, speakers, please let us talk about something that can bring us together. Let us avoid too much criticism. It won't help. Can we have ideas that move us forward? Thank you, guys.
Sawa. Alafu guys, Ibanda, be very critical. Bring the aspect. Be very critical. Try to question things. Try to have that conversation that is going to, to elate a reaction. Tafadhali. Once you get that mic, please ask the right questions. I'm sure you requested the mic. Na kuna around other 72 mics here I'm supposed to give. So just be very critical, then and straight to the point. So Ayo, kindly jump in.